On the ballot this year, a proposition that says it will help wildfire victims and change state property tax policy.
Opponents call it cynical, saying heroic images of firefighters are really a front for realtors to make more money. In our original series, Project Home, Susie Steimle breaks down what Prop 19 will actually do.
I get asked all the time why people choose to rebuild in fire-impacted areas.
Chris Rogers is a survivor of several wildfires, a city councilman for Santa Rosa, and a supporter of Proposition 19. Rogers says many people in his district choose to rebuild in at-risk areas because high property taxes offer them few options of another place to go.
Insurance requires folks to rebuild where they lost their homes. And then once they've rebuilt their homes, they have almost the golden handcuffs of their lower property tax values that are there.
When Californians buy a new home, their property taxes usually go way up. Property taxes in this state are based on the value of the home when you bought it. So if you bought a long time ago, you are paying a fraction of what new owners would pay. Right now, property owners over the age of 55 can transfer their current property tax rate to a home of equal or lesser value one time, but they can only do so in the same county or in one of 10 counties. Prop 19 would change that and allow homeowners over the age of 55 to keep their property tax rate for up to 3 moves. It would also allow victims of wildfire or natural disaster to transfer their property tax rate one time.
I think that we've got a crushing housing problem in California, and that you have so many seniors who have been looking to downsize into smaller places, and they're locked in because of their property tax values.
At its core, Prop 19 really is a property tax break swap. It's a break for anyone over the age of 55 who already has low property taxes. You can keep those and actually transfer them to other properties for up to 3 moves. But it's an increase for anyone who's inheriting property, say from mom and dad. Unless you plan to live in the home, your property taxes will go up.
Well, Prop 19 is a $1 billion tax increase on California families. It talks about wildfires, that's what's in the commercials, but what's behind that is a huge tax increase on family transfers of property.
Susan Shelley is with the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association and opposes Prop 19.
This is thousands and thousands of dollars on a family that has just lost a parent. Literally, people will be opening the sympathy cards, and one of them will be a new tax bill.
Current law keeps property tax rates low for children who inherit their parents' homes, even if they don't live there. Prop 19 would force those children to move into the home or pay higher property taxes.
And this is just a cruel thing to do to California families, especially when it isn't being fully disclosed in the commercials that that's what this measure would do.
The Legislative Analyst's Office predicts Prop 19 would bring in tens of millions of dollars in state revenue each year. Some would go to schools and local governments. The rest would go to a wildfire prevention fund. Supporters project fire districts could receive up to $99 million in the first year and up to $6 billion over 12 years.
What this does is it creates a tax break that encourages people to move more often or raises their taxes so they're forced to sell. And both those things generate more commissions for realtors, but is it good policy for California?
I think providing some level of flexibility for folks, whether it was fire victims, whether it's seniors, or whether it's folks who are disabled, makes a lot of sense for California.
Susie Steimle, KPIX 5.